I feel the love with this SCP selection. SCP-294, the coffee machine. Just simply the coffee machine. Nothing more, nothing less. And I'm totally down with that. So let's get into it, man. I'm happy with it. Play. Oh shit. Play.
Good morning.
Good
everyone.
afternoon.
My name is Dr. Miller, and the SCP we're going to be looking at today is SCP-294. Object Class: Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. There are no special standard containment procedures on file for item SCP-294.
That's literally a first, but it's a coffee machine, so I'm like looking for the twist, but not really, you know?
However, only personnel of security clearance level 2 or higher are allowed to interact with it. See document SCP-294-A. SCP-294 is currently being stored in the second floor personnel break room and is monitored by 2 guards of security clearance level 3 at all times.
Really? For a coffee machine? Like, okay, I'm assuming because it's not necessarily dangerous and it doesn't have anything on file. It's not like the handbell. It doesn't actually have any other powers or anything like that. So.
Description. Item SCP-294 appears to be a standard coffee vending machine, the only noticeable difference being an entry touchpad with buttons corresponding to an English QWERTY keyboard.
Come on.
Upon
Infinite
depositing
coffee,
50 cents
right?
US currency into the coin slot, the user is prompted to enter the name of any liquid using the touchpad. Upon doing so, a standard 12-ounce paper drinking cup is placed and the liquid indicated is poured.
Are we all thinking the same thing I'm thinking? That you could just order up a cup of blood and pour it out? Is that what we're thinking?
97 initial test runs were performed, including requests for water, coffee, beer, and soda. Non-consumable liquids such as sulfuric acid, wiper fluid, and motor oil, as well as substances that do not usually exist in liquid state, such as nitrogen, iron, and glass. And each one returned to success.
You can order liquid glass.
Test runs with solid materials such as diamond have failed, however, as it appears that SCP-294 can only deliver substances that can exist in a liquid state.
Come on.
It is of note.
Why are you ruining this? I thought it was just a coffee machine. It's the SCP-294 is the infinite liquid dispensing
and after
machine.
Approximately 50 uses, the machine would not respond to further requests. After a period of approximately 90 minutes, the machine seemed to have restocked itself. It is also interesting to note that many caustic liquids that would have eaten through a normal paper cup seem to have no effect on the cups dispensed by the machine. Testing is ongoing. As suggested, SCP-294 was moved to the second floor personnel break room as a money-saving venture. Following Incident 294-01, guards were stationed at the item and a security clearance became necessary to interact with it. Document SCP-294-A.
What could you
regarding
come on.
incident.
Y'all will literally mess up anything. It is infinite coffee, water, beer, wine at work. And y'all couldn't be responsible for that? That is insane.
294-1. On August 21st, 2005, Agent Joseph attempted to use item SCP-294 to obtain coffee during his allocated break time at 9:30 a.m.
Right.
At the request of Agent to see what it would do. Requested a cup of Joe from the item.
Oh no.
Moments after confirming the selection, Agent Joseph began to sweat profusely and complained of dizziness before collapsing. After moving the unconscious agent to the infirmary, the medical team recovered the contents of the cup dispensed by item SCP-294, a combination of blood, tissue, and other bodily fluids. Testing revealed the DNA sequence of the biological material dispensed by SCP-294 matched that of Agent.
Jesus Christ, it didn't even just take the blood, it took the skin too? A literal cup of Joe.
Agent made a complete recovery after 4 weeks of rest and intravenous hydration.
Jesus Christ.
X-rays and CAT scans showed no further signs of injury and was released. Both agents were reprimanded. Additional security measures for SCP-294 have been recommended.
That's fucking stupid.
Addendum SCP-294-F. After reviewing documentation on SCP-294, suggested testing SCP-294's ability to retrieve specific liquids from a distance. Addendum SCP-294-H. With the overseeing of O5, a cup of SCP-75 secretion was used as input. The product was proven to be the requested liquid, and the cup was able to successfully contain the material. However, the report for Incident 075-7 was acknowledged 2 hours after the test. See Addendum SCP-75-M. A containment procedure breach had occurred exactly the same time this test was taking place, waking SCP-75 to its active stage. It was able to secrete an amount of basic solution equal to the capacity of a coffee cup before emergency containment procedure was applied and it was rendered passive. The liquid was not found in post-incident investigation.
Okay, hold on. I don't know what SCP-75 is. It's a snail with a foot. So it's a snail with a foot, and it becomes like aggressive, and it'll like hop on your face and spit acid on your face after it increases in size. So it's terrifying, is what you're saying. You woke up a terrifying thing because you harvested it with the coffee machine. Again, why can't you just enjoy it for what it is and let it deliver delicious coffee infinitely? Don't ruin this.
SCP-294-I.
You can get it with milk
Researcher
too.
punched in request for cup of gold. The machine dispensed a cup of molten gold. Researcher requested similar precious materials with the same result.
Yeah, that's dope.
Addendum SCP-294-J. Researcher punched in from a safe range request for cup of anti-water. The machine hummed briefly, then displayed out of range on entry pad. It is theorized that SCP-294 has a limited range of collection and cannot reach into alternative universes or dimensions.
Okay, that's good to know.
Addendum SCP-294-K. Researcher punched in request for diamond. SCP-294 briefly hummed, then displayed out of range on entry pad. SCP-294 gives this result for all solid substances, as diamond is a solid crystalline form of carbon. It appears that the machine will not dispense liquid carbon, as this does not result in a diamond. When a cup of carbon was subsequently punched in, the machine dispensed a cup of liquid carbon.
Right.
SCP-294 was immune to the damaging effects of the dispensed liquid. Addendum SCP-294-M. Testing for range of SCP-294's capacity for retrieval has been initiated. A unique compound has been formulated composed of undisclosed ratios, brand bleach, brand cola, METRX powder, and garam masala. The fluid was created and placed at a sealed container 25 meters away from SCP-294. When requested, the fluid was dispensed. An equal amount of the mixture was no longer present in its original container. Addendum SCP-294-01. Researcher under observation of Level 4 personnel keyed in a request of the best drink I've ever had. SCP-294 dispensed a fluid similar in appearance to cola.
You can even be vague.
The researcher identified it as a mixed drink he recalls having in a bar during his bachelor party.
Okay. Hey, wait, this is getting better.
Convinced it was the best drink. He did not know what ingredients were in the drink besides rum and cola.
Yeah.
Further tests are scheduled to ascertain how SCP-294 gathers information.
Yeah, that's fucking cool.
Addendum SCP-294-01A. Under the...
So in that sense, though, it's like, retrieving stuff for you that you don't even remember that you wanted. That is dumbass cool.
Same conditions, Agent. The best drink I've ever had. SCP-294 delivered a dark fluid topped with a white foam, which was later identified as Vienna Lager. The cup was printed with a color picture of 5 men and 2 women drinking beer on a beach. Was one of them. In his briefing, Agent confirmed his favorite drink ever was a Vienna Lager he consumed at the beach with his friends. It has now been confirmed that SCP-294 has the ability to directly gather information from someone's mind in order to comply with the given conditions.
So, when the guy asked for a cup of Joe to be funny, in his mind he was thinking of Joe, the man next to him, and that makes that guy an asshole.
Addendum SCP-294-Q-1. Subject keyed the perfect drink. The machine dispensed a cup containing an odorless lavender liquid. After drinking the liquid, subject appeared to go into shock.
Oh shit.
Subject later committed suicide, leaving a note which read, "I'm sorry, but at this point, everything's just one big letdown."
What?
Requesting such a drink again is highly discouraged.
What?
None of the components of the drink have yet been identified.
What? It's so good he had to... Yo, that's crazy.
Addendum 294-T1. The subject keyed in something Cassie will like. The device was heard to hum for about 3 seconds before dispensing an empty cup. Printed on the side of the cup was an image of a traditional soda fountain glass, filled with something brown, and topped with whipped cream. Upon introduction to SCP-85, it was identified by her as a chocolate banana milkshake and judged delicious.
Alright.
Addendum SCP-294-W. Researcher keyed in a request for a cup of music. SCP-294 produced a clear sparkling fluid that tasted vaguely alcoholic. Following ingestion, subject reported feeling and not hearing a continuous rhythm.
It's still going
and demonstrated the ability to move and even dance with a certain fluidity that he had not previously shown. Testing on other abstract concepts is continuing.
That seems kind of dangerous, but I'm on board for drinking music, I think. Imagine drinking the Andre 3000 album. That must be delicious.
Addendum SCP-294-AB. During a mass security breach, agents requested a cup of pertinent medical knowledge while taking shelter inside the second-floor break room.
Ooh.
Of the 4 agents in the room, Agent was the only one who was not injured. SCP-294 poured a cup of clear green liquid. Following the ingestion of this substance, Agent began mending other agents' wounds in a manner consistent with Foundation medical training.
That is
Agent
so smart.
No longer has the medical training that the liquid provided, and other attempts to recreate the effect have failed. The agent has speculated that this event was an emergency measure taken by the object to ensure self-preservation.
Got it. So, like, he doesn't really do knowledge on a daily basis. He's just making sure everybody survives. That's smart
Addendum
too.
SCP-294-AC. Dr. requested my life story from SCP-294. SCP-294 made humming noises and shook violently for approximately 3 minutes before providing a highly viscous, opaque black liquid.
Ew.
Upon consumption, Dr. reported that he remembered everything that had ever happened to him. Following this test, Dr. entered his office and returned 48 hours later with a 538-page autobiography.
Wow. Hold on, let me change batteries. I'll be right back. Woo, man. Alright, we're back. Play. There we go.
Addendum SCP-294-AG. Researcher produced requests for cup of Smilodon blood, cup of passenger pigeon blood, and cup of Thomas Jefferson's blood.
Ooh.
And received 3 out-of-range errors. Addendum SCP-294-AH. A D-Class personnel with IQ of 99 and low curiosity scores was given written instructions about what to request. The D-Class personnel produced a request for blood of Canis lupus and received a cup of liquid subsequently identified as wolf blood. The D-Class personnel next produced a request for saliva of Equus ferus caballus and received a cup of liquid subsequently identified as horse saliva.
See, that is a very important test. That means that you can now officially request things if you don't even know what it is. You can literally just guess a thing, and you don't have to know it exists for the thing to give it to you. It just has to know what it's looking for. That is very intense. That opens up such a wide range of study for the rest of the world of theories and stuff that you can test if you just assume that it's there, as long as you can get to it. That's amazing. That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
The D-Class personnel next produced a request for urine of Phascolarctos cinereus and received a cup of liquid subsequently identified as koala urine. The D-Class personnel next produced a request for cerebrospinal fluid of Phoberomys pattersoni and received a cup of liquid currently undergoing analysis.
Wow.
It is to be noted that Phoberomys pattersoni went extinct during the late Miocene epoch, approximately 8 million years ago.
Jesus!
Addendum SCP-294-AI. Dr. King produced a request for a cup of room temperature superconductor and received a cup of apple juice with seeds floating in it. Addendum SCP-294-AJ.
That's good.
Dr. Menchu produced request for cup of D151839's leukemia and received a cup of fluid. The fluid was microscopically examined and found to contain leukemic blast cells, which were a genetic match to D151839.
Wow.
A second request for cup of D151839's leukemia resulted in an out-of-range error.
Wow.
D151839 was subsequently found to be free of leukemia. However, within 15 days, the leukemia had recurred.
Oh, what?
Other SCP-294 experiments are currently awaiting approval.
So it doesn't cure cancer, but it can remove current cancer, which is good enough, I think, for a lot of people. Awesome. I really appreciate the suggestion. I hope you guys enjoyed this SCP. There's more to come. We're still committed to doing a bunch of SCPs, so I'll see you guys in the next one. I'll do a longer outro for this one, but the camera's been giving me some trouble, so I have some stuff to check up on. So I'll holler at y'all. Peace.